This video is about the Democratic Party. I explain how the party came about and what its principles are. The Democratic Party is one of the oldest political parties in the United States. It was founded in 1828 by supporters of Andrew Jackson. The party's symbol is a donkey, which was first used in the 1870s. Initially, the Democratic Party represented agrarian interests and opposed a strong central government. Over time, the party's ideology and base of support have evolved significantly. The Democratic Party is generally considered to be left of center in American politics. It supports a more active role for the federal government in addressing social and economic issues. The party advocates for civil rights, social welfare programs, and environmental protection. Democrats typically favor progressive taxation and regulations on businesses to protect workers and consumers. The party also tends to support a more diplomatic approach to foreign policy. The Democratic National Committee, DNC, is the governing body of the Democratic Party. It is responsible for developing and promoting the party platform, organizing the Democratic National Convention, and fundraising for the party. The DNC is led by a chairperson who is elected by party members. State and local Democratic parties work in conjunction with the national organization to support candidates and promote party policies at different levels of government. The Democratic Party has held the presidency for a total of 92 years since its founding. Some of the most famous Democratic presidents include Franklin D. Roosevelt, John F. Kennedy, and Barack Obama. The party has also frequently controlled one or both houses of Congress. Democrats have traditionally been strong in urban areas, on the coasts, and among minority voters. The party's electoral success has varied over time, with periods of dominance and periods of opposition. Democrats generally support a mixed economy with both private enterprise and government intervention. They advocate for affordable health care, often promoting universal coverage. The party supports public education and increased funding for schools. Democrats typically favor stricter gun control laws and policies to address climate change. On social issues, the party generally supports reproductive rights, LGBTQ+ rights, and immigration reform. Throughout its history, the Democratic Party has been associated with several major reforms. These include the New Deal programs of the 1930s, which expanded the role of government in the economy. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 and Voting Rights Act of 1965 were passed under Democratic leadership. More recently, the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare, was a significant health care reform initiated by Democrats. The Democratic Party is not monolithic and includes various factions with different ideological leanings. There are moderate or centrist Democrats, who tend to be more conservative on fiscal issues. Progressive Democrats advocate for more sweeping reforms and a larger role for government. There are also regional differences, with Southern Democrats often being more conservative than their Northern counterparts. These factions sometimes lead to internal debates over party direction and policy priorities. The Democratic Party uses a primary election system to choose its presidential nominees. States hold either primary elections or caucuses, where voters select delegates to support specific candidates at the Democratic National Convention. The party uses a proportional allocation system for delegates, rather than a winner-take-all approach. Superdelegates, who are party leaders and elected officials, also play a role in the nomination process, although their influence has been reduced in recent years. Like any political party, the Democratic Party faces ongoing challenges. These include balancing the interests of different factions within the party and appealing to a diverse electorate. The party must also address issues such as income inequality, racial justice, and climate change. Democrats continue to debate the best strategies for winning elections and implementing their policy goals. The party's future direction will depend on how it navigates these challenges and responds to changing political and social landscapes.